Hi everyone, so today I thought I would do a very quick review on Chanel's latest foundation release, which is the Vitalumiere Aqua, which you're probably not going to be able to see because it has white writing. There we go. Now, I actually got a sample of this in Glamour magazine. It was February edition UK Glamour magazine this month, and I tried it out and I fell in love with it instantly. And I actually split the sample into two, and I used one day just to make sure that it wasn't kind of a first impression thing. So I used it for 2 days, absolutely fell in love with it, and went out and bought it. Now, it is expensive. It's £31.66, I think. Such a random amount. But I think it's maybe to do with the VAT increase that it's kind of an odd amount. So basically £32. It is expensive. It looks tiny is the first impression that I had of this. The bottle looks tiny. This is the Pro Lumiere. It does look really small, but it's 30ml, same as usual. And this is meant to be an ultralight skin perfecting makeup. Now, if you like a full coverage foundation, if you're the kind of girl who's going to wear MAC Studio Fix Fluid or Estee Lauder Double Wear every day and you like that amount of coverage, this might not be for you. But if you do like a more kind of light feeling foundation, especially in terms of what it feels like on your skin, this feels very, very light. It's very, very watery. It's actually quite thick when you put it onto your hand, but as soon as you start blending it in, it's very watery, feels very light, very refreshing to put on your skin. And I have to say, I absolutely love this. I mean, it's pretty obvious that I love this. I wouldn't have spent £32 on it if I didn't love it from the sample. So I do love this. The one downside is it's not a great colour range. I think there's 9 shades and I am B20. Another thing that concerned me about this foundation when I was putting it on, because it's so light and so watery, I applied it and I thought this is going to be gone in like 10 minutes because it doesn't feel like it would really stay on your skin. So I do use a powder with it. The last few days I've been using, if I can find it, I've just been using a new one that I have from Rimmel, which is their Match Perfection powder, which I'm kind of trying out. I really like the concealer from this line, so I'm kind of trying the powder out. So I've just been using a tiny bit of that on top, and I have to say it does last pretty much all day. I mean, you might need a few touch-ups here and there, but it lasts surprisingly well, kind of as a normal lasting finish foundation. It's not going to last dancing all night and that thing, but if you use a primer and if you use a powder, it will last all day. So I've been really impressed by the staying power of it. In terms of what it compares to, it's a similar kind of thing to, say, MAC's Face and Body foundation. So it's not going to be your full coverage foundation, but it does provide a nice amount of coverage. The way I would describe it is if Pro Lumiere, which is one of my favourite foundations ever because it's just leaves such a beautiful kind of glowing finish to the skin, if that and Laura Mercier's tinted moisturiser, if you guys have tried that, had a baby, it would probably be this. It's not quite a proper foundation, but it's not a tinted moisturiser. It's a little bit more than a tinted moisturiser in terms of finish and coverage. Yeah, so you know, for me, this is probably my ideal everyday foundation because it doesn't look like you're wearing too much makeup, but it's not like nothing. It's not something you're going to put on and not notice the difference. Like, I think Estee Lauder's tinted moisturiser I put on and I don't even notice that I'm wearing anything. So it's kind of the perfect alternative if you want something that doesn't look too much for the daytime, but it's not like you're not wearing anything on your face, like you're naked. It smells lovely as well. And the lady at the counter actually told me that it was because it has lotus flower water or something in it. And I think personally it just smells like sun cream. It does have SPF 15, which if you want SPF then it's great. If you don't, then it's maybe not for you. SPF is one of those things, if you're going to be having a lot of photos taken, you might not want it, but I personally like an SPF 15 in my foundation. So I'm really, really happy with this, really glad I bought it. I don't feel guilty for spending the money on it. Sometimes if I buy expensive cosmetics, I'll then 2 or 3 days later be like, oh my god, why did I spend £32 on a foundation? But I don't regret buying this, so I think that is probably a testament to saying that it's a good foundation if I don't regret spending that much money on it, because it is one of the most expensive foundations you can buy. So I would definitely say go and get it tried out on your skin before you buy it, or either if you can get a sample or go to a counter and get them to try it on you to see what you think, because it is a very light finish foundation. It's quite dewy looking, but I personally absolutely love it, so I would recommend it if you're looking for an everyday light foundation. Yeah, so that is my review of the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. I hope you guys found this useful. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!